Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and it's time to play Seablock. Let's see, this is our block that we built in the previous episode. It's supposed to be mostly working, actually it's supposed to be like properly working. One thing that we are missing here is actually green circuits. Let's take a look what else we are missing here, right? So if you go to stations and say module, so we're missing two types of electronic circuits. That's bad. That is not good. Not good at all. Let's add a couple of rubber ports here, just because I'd like to have like a nice rubber port coverage here. Let's maybe do it like this. Wait, we have one here and one here. They overlap. That's good. And let's have one like maybe right here. Good. Now, let's go to our green circuit production and see whether we can help it. And I believe we actually can. I believe we can get borders delivered right here. That would mean that we don't need these buildings, right? We could basically remove them, all of them. However, it's not as simple as that. We'll need to remove this inserter, we'll need to swap this thing to place things over there, and this part would also have to be removed and basically kind of redone. We are basically redoing this build in a way, slightly. We will flipping it like this. Might be easier to just completely remove this part, now that I think about it. Yeah, just like that. And now we are copying this new part, placing it there, and it should work. Nice. Now, let's do exactly the same thing on the other side. Right here. Okay, so we basically copy it, flip it, paste it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. And we need to update it over here as well. So the problem is that we are short on wood. We are not getting enough wood to supply both of these things. We are not getting enough wood to supply both of them with materials, like, well, with wood. Our wood production is right here, and yeah, it has seen better days. Now, what we can do, we can say that this part is actually about boards, the wooden boards, these ones. Let's see. This is supposed to be enough. At least, I think. I think this will be enough. We have a pretty good wood production right now. Well, it's so good that we are like full of wooden boards. But and we can scale it a tiny bit further. We can basically expand this like a similar block and place it like right here, for example. We can't really consume paper from this side anymore. This is already able to like eat through all of this paper, but this part is not quite able to. So we have, like, we can improve it a little bit. Now let's see. Is this working? It seems to me like this build is indeed working correctly, right? I think so. Can we improve it a little bit? Should we improve it? Let's think. let's think, why are we not getting anything there? Alright, I see. It's because kind of the priority is to send things here. It's because we have like 4 splitters in a row, essentially. But this part should get backed up at some point. Oh, it's not getting backed up. Oh, really? Wait. That's not good. That is not good. Let's... Wait, we have to upgrade planners. Wow. Surprising. Let's add some blue belts over here. Let's say this will be a blue belt. This should help, right? If you make this blue belt and potentially this part blue belt, and maybe even this one, so the last one is probably like, yeah, this is not needed. The second half can actually be red one. But let's do it like this, and maybe it helps a little bit with whatever we are trying to achieve here. Right, the main problem... You know what, I'm gonna say output priority is to the left, but then nothing will ever reach the spot. And then that wouldn't be great. Or maybe it would, because what I want to make sure that both of the sides are kind of filled, and if you do it, you are splitting it here evenly, and here we're sending out priority to the right. I think it might actually work okay, right? Or not? Could remove this one. It's kind of interesting. I'd like to have like a really good flow here. Maybe... Yeah, maybe that's the way to go. Maybe we should tell this part that we want to fill this line. We fill this line, and then just producing all of these things. And what we might want here, we can try to make like a tiny improvement here. We might want to do something like this. And I'm gonna try to do exactly the same thing here. So this way, in theory, we should have a balancing on the input side to make sure that the input is consumed evenly. I'm not sure whether that's actually needed. That's the problem. I'm not sure it's actually needed though. At least now we don't have to like really worry about making sure that these lines, like these halves, are working kind of properly in a balanced way. And these lines will be full on both ends. Yeah. Which is probably good. It's probably a good thing. Right? Let's take a look. Is this working fully? Is this able to reach the end? I'm not sure. It doesn't seem to be the case. Let's upgrade this. Let's say this will be a blue belt here. This will be a blue belt. I don't know. I don't know whether this will help us or not, but it shouldn't hurt. Like, I'm pretty sure that it shouldn't, like, it will not hurt whatever we are doing here. Right, we're missing solder. How come we're missing solder? Oh, wait. Seriously? Okay. That's interesting. Okay, we'll just consume solder from there. This part. Yes, this one is missing basic circuits. I have no idea how, like, shit coils ended up getting here, but we'll clear them. We don't have characters, so we have to, like, do this kind of stuff with belts. let's get here. So we have this build. It's almost working. It's missing red sockets and green sockets. What I wanted to do today, I actually wanted to build spill models, but the problem is that I noticed it right now. We don't really have this block land field yet. That's a tiny issue. That means that we potentially need to do something else this episode, and I have no idea what. So let's try to do this first. Let's try to kind of have our bots landfill this area, and next thing I will ask them to landfill this one actually. This will be the next thing they do. Oh, wait, like that. Okay, good. What do we need to do here? Let's delete all of that. Let's place a block in here, and let's finish building of this like city block. Right, this is 4. We are doing it like this, and we need a couple of purples. Nice. Let's get back to green sockets and see what's happening with them. So we need to actually, let's take a look maybe at this part. We need to fix the production of everything. We do not have problems with the ores. We have problems with solder. Yes, the solder is not in a great spot right now. Can we do something about solder or not? I don't think so. I don't think we can do anything here. The solder is doing its best. This stuff is completely backed up. So the base is like, it seems to be in a good shape, to be honest. Except green circuits. And look at that. We are short on wood. Should we completely remove wood usage from this? Should we switch to the boards completely? Would that be a good idea? I mean, okay, let's think about it. Let's think this through. How many boards do we have here? We have lots of boards. How much wood do we have here? Not a lot. That's our answer. That is the answer, I would say. We need to switch. But I don't want to do it fully. Let's switch only like partially. How do we do this? We will add, I don't know, like something like this. That. We will bring using blue, of course, because it will be blue. But we'll bring the wood over here. Here it is. It will be delivered. How would we do that? Let's say we'll fix this part. We'll fix this part. That means that we want to bring the wood here, like that. It will go there. It will get there from here, like this. Okay, let's observe. So we have wooden boards, they're getting delivered over there. We can cut this part. We can say that the wood goes to the wait, let's run. Whatever I did here, cancel that. Let's run. That's not what we want. We want only that line. So, okay, I placed it in the wrong spot. Let's do it here, and we'll need to do something like this, I guess. This can be deleted. This part will delete it. This one will delete. And we'll turn the stuff like this. Okay, now it's looking better. This, and we'll replace it with the blue one, even though it's not really needed here, because we are doing it only for like half of this line. What we do need, we need to completely remove basically this whole part from both sides. Let's do this. Okay, we removed it from both sides. I honestly didn't expect that I will be using paper of all things for that, but yeah, here we are using paper. Right, let's paste it there. Using paper for circuit production. I always used wood. Well, always. I played Seablock like several times, but I finished it only once in the 0.17 Factorio version. And back then, wood was pretty powerful. I even used it for as like a power source. I think it might not be like the ideal source back then. I'm not fully sure when it was nerfed and when like the farming became like the meta essentially. But it used to be pretty strong back in the days. It used to be really, really strong. Okay, now I'm just waiting for this couple of belts to be placed, which will happen really soon, even though like half of our robots are busy. It's okay. It's okay that they're busy. What is not okay is that our research is super slow. What's up with the research? Are we missing anything? We don't need pink signs for that, we need purple one. And we do have purple one. So I do not understand what's the problem. I think it's just slow. I think it just takes time to research because, yeah, we are like going through 1.8 and then 1.5 thousand. Yeah, I guess our research is just a bit slow. Tiny bit. Let's see what's happening here. All of this is working. It could be made significantly more compact now that I think about it. Because we don't need to have like the space for the for this extra assembler, but it's fine. We just fixed it kinda in place. It's okay. What I'd like to do here, I'd like to tell this inserter, sorry, this thingy, this splitter, I'd like to tell it that input priority is from the right. It should prioritize this stuff. Oh, no. It will be prioritizing, yes, it will be prioritizing the wood. If wood is actually produces something, we want to use that wood. Here, I'd like to have a similar thing with balancing between the sides of the belt. Let's do that. Okay, like that. It will work, and we should have a lot of green circuits. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong place. Yeah. Circuits. Nope. Wrong one. Or wrong ones. No, it's the correct ones. Let's take a look. In the last hour, or 10 hours, we had periods. It was like jumping, right? Between like low, minus 480, and 2.3 thousandths. And it's been all like it was always jumping. I think it might have been jumping because maybe no, I was gonna say maybe because it wasn't needed over there, but it's not true. Now look at that, what we did. We are trying to reach a state when it's like able to maintain a constant production. Okay, where is our splitter? I thought the base is really close, like it's right over there. Just deliver a splitter or something. Where is the robot bringing us the splitter? I don't see it. Let's check. Are all these blocks working? So we have this block looking good. This one looking good. What is not looking good here is actually the following. It's the fact that I don't see this thing anywhere there. Let's place it here. Okay, 1, 2. Am I doing it correctly? I think so. 3, 4. 1. No. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got that part done. Everything is working. We are not having issues with the ores anymore. At least I don't believe we do. Let's double check the circuits. Did this help, whatever we did here? Okay, the problem here. First glance, it looks like we would like to use this planner and upgrade maybe at least up to here. Maybe not though. I don't know, it just feels that we are getting more than 2 belts. Would it be the case? I'm not sure. I am not sure what is happening with this one. Okay. We also built everything except two... Right, except the three thingies were our trees over here. So we are missing like a couple of them of a specific type, I assume. So we are missing... we are missing this too. So we can actually grab, for example, temperate tree and just paste it here, and we'll see. Okay, we are missing it. What if we grab a swamp one? We're also missing it. What? Seriously? It's okay. It is fine. Right, this part. What do we need? What do we actually need here? Oh. Oh, we need substrates. Substrates. What's happening with them? Why? Oh, because we don't have wood here. I see. You know what? Priority 8. And here the priority is probably 9, right? It's... Oh. Okay, this is not looking good. Whatever is happening here, it's not looking good. We seem to be short on power here. Of all the things to be short on power, we are... Right. I don't like the fact that this block is short on power. And why is that? Is because we just don't have enough power to support everything that we are doing here. That's pretty sad, to be honest, but at the same time I don't really have a solution for that. So I guess it will have to be a slightly short on power, and that is actually why we had this issue with Cretinium leftovers in the inserters, like in the chains. Can we improve this? So right now we have big electric pole 2. I think we have a better one. Right? Where is our power? Oh, look at that. We have so many things we could be making, we could be producing. We even have beacons. Nice. But we don't have power for the beacons. We have the beacons, but we don't have the power. Good. Good. I'm surprised. Why is this full and that one is not full? How did this happen? It's really interesting. Maybe that part ran out of wood first. This could have caused this. So we do not have a lot of these things. 1 second substrates. And the problem is actually this part. Can we make this stuff faster? We cannot, but we will be really soon. Really soon. Let's fix our mall. Let's start producing these awesome assembly machines, and I would actually go as far as saying that we don't want to have a limit of 5 machines. We want to have significantly more. Right, this part. What's happening? Wait. What is happening here? Let's see. We are trying to unload all of that. And we run out of space. No way. Seriously? Okay, we need to rethink everything. We need to... We're using 100 stacks. Okay, this is like 12. And here we have 5 more, it's 17 in total. That's bad. That's really bad. So, how are we gonna fix it? We will do the following. First of all, we will reduce the stacks here. We'll say that we want to get... What's the proportions in which we are using this? We have lots of advanced circuits and electronic circuits, and lots of tin copper wire. What do we have the least? Yeah, we have not a lot of silver plates, and not a lot of resin, and iron. So, silver, tin, okay, silver, tin, resin, iron. Silver, tin, resin, iron. Let's do this, and this stuff. So we want 50. Resin, 50. Oh, you know? Okay, we'll do it differently. We'll say we want 75 of everything. We'll just do it like this, 75 of everything. $75 of everything. I didn't go with just a couple of materials with lower amount of stacks, because then I would have to play with like this stack threshold, and I don't want to do that. So let's say this is 15,000 instead. This is 15, not 51. It's important. This is 7 and 5. Here. 7 and 5. And this one is also 5. Like this. That's first thing. Next thing that we need to do, we need to actually kind of consume lots of things here. We need to just delete this and add huge chests. Let's use steel chests. I'm assuming we have them somewhere. We'll just load the stuff here. This is what? Also some stuff. We'll load it in here. We this part. Season 8, 8, and goes into it. So this is actually pretty good thing to use up. So we'll be placing this in a chest. We need to free some space, right? That's the goal. We need to free some space because I don't want to send this trains anywhere. I don't want to send these trains anywhere. We don't need a lot of monosilicon. How about we just, I don't know, drop the request to maybe like even further? Maybe like 60? Because we don't need this a lot. 60, the usage is super small. Maybe even this one was 60. This one, 60. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Oh, look at that. We are finally able to unload stuff. The charcoal. That's not the greatest thing that we are doing. Okay, we are floating charcoal. Do we actually need this much charcoal? Let's ask for 60 as well. And probably do something about that. Right, this part have to be done like that, I think. So the question, don't we need a little bit more of the, okay, green circuit, we don't need to free up space for green circuits, because as soon as they will be loaded here, they will be immediately sent through, and then this whole process will actually start. So we don't really need to think about that part that much. However, this train really needs to be emptied. We are doing it though. We are definitely doing that. Let's have a little bit too much of everything right here. Let's wait and see. It's a good thing that I haven't started like properly copying it yet. Right, I think it's good. Good stuff. Let's copy this part though and paste it right there. And we'll have one more to just remove. Right, let's copy this thing as well. I added one more report in order to remove this like single tile that will be left over there. We're copying it, bringing this up, bringing this down, and this one up. Great. Nice. Let's see. Charcoal. Can we load it? Can we do that? Okay, it's almost getting unloaded. Let's see. Do we have space in there? We do have some space there. That's actually great. That is great. We are missing red circuits though, but we might be missing them because because we have already 2 trains here and we have a limit, right? We have right here a limit of 2 trains at most. So there is that. And are we done? Is this happening? Look at that. We are not even getting an alert. We don't even have an alert from that. And it should go. Okay, it's leaving. That's good. That actually means... Okay, we have some electronic circuits being added here. But what that means... I want to remove these things soon. but maybe not yet. Let's see. This part, it's all going into this chest. What's the state, like what's happening with our red sockets? Like the production doesn't look great, to be honest. Production here doesn't look great. We do have 9,000 already. So let's see. And looks like we don't have power. Wait. It's this bad. Power poles. If you get a better one, we're able to transfer 700 megawatts. We'll need titanium plates and insulated wire. We can take insulated wire, I would say, right from here. Should we really be upgrading the power? I mean, it would help us quite a bit, but at the same time, we don't have space for more. We don't really have space for more power poles. I think, let's pretend that the issues are because of robots landfilling. And let's wait and see what happens when they stop landfilling. Because maybe things will be a bit easier there. Let's check what's happening with our green sockets. Are we producing them? Well, at least we are producing lots of green sockets, so there is that. That's good. Right, we are able to bring a lot of sockets over there. Brown sockets, I mean. Able to bring lots of them here. And yeah, this seems to be working pretty well. We could even improve it a little bit. If you say that, you know, we could actually send... Wait. Can we really make it better? So like this are yellow, they are not quite working. Like they are not working non-stop. So... But then if they're not working non-stop, we should be getting this part working better. Or the alternative. Right, let's do it like this. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna improve a little bit our circuit build, just a tiny bit. So we will tell this thing that it will be sending stuff to the right. Well, it will have the option here. This thing will be taking things from the left. And we will be using a better thing here. Using a better belt. Going up to there. And maybe we'll also have better belts here, 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 and here. Up until the final split that we're doing. And here what we'll do, we'll tell that we want to send stuff to the left first. No. And take things from the left. Right? And then if we have enough things above, then this splitter will be blocked on the input from the right side, and the stuff will actually be sent to the other side. I think that's the idea. Right. This is, I think something like that. I think something like that. At least now, both of these lanes are working, and this one is... Okay, that one is not working great, but it's okay. I think it's okay. Well, it should be working actually, you know, like it should be working. Yes, like it's not blocked. This is not blocked. This two are not blocked. So everything is fine. Everything is working just fine. Now, we're talking about pink signs. Are we producing it? What's the problem with pink signs? Right circuits, we don't have them. How much pink signs do we actually have? We have 0. We have 0 pink signs. But we do have a lot of purple signs. That means that we can wait, what's exactly our sign situation? Exact sign situation is we are out of blue signs again. We are always short on blue signs. What's the problem now? The problem now seems to be glass. Wow, glass of all things? Why are we short on glass? Okay, glass doesn't have lots of power. That's bad. Like the fact that our base doesn't get lots of power, it tells me that we need to focus on nuclear. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We gotta fix the power. Maybe before the modules, because without... I mean, we do have module production. We'll set up... At least we should have module production, I haven't verified it. We will set up this part to actually, you know, allow us to do something with this. What do we need here? We need centrifuge. Let's get it. What are all of these processes? Neptunium? So, okay, disclaimer. One thing. This nuclear process is not a standard thing in Seablock. At least I don't think it's a standard one. I have a mod called, what's the name? Let's say like just saving. Right. So if you look at the saves, we have a mod, Angels Industries. What is it? Angels Industries. So there is this mod, Angels Industries. It's not part of Seablock modpack. However, I like it. Why did I get it? I think I got it. Well, it couldn't have been because of cargo robots. I'm not using cargo robots. But what this mod does, it actually changes the nuclear thing. So, like the nuclear processes. So what we see here, it might actually be like not the standard Seablock nuclear power. It's a bit more complicated. I played with this again in like 0.17, but I remember they were like I had to have setups for like breeder reactors that are producing some things and like actual power reactors that are consuming it. And all this had to be run in parallel, and I never went past the uranium stage. So there's 3 stages. There is like uranium stuff. There is this. Okay, deuterium is the second one. Sorry, the last one, third one. Thorium, right? There is also thorium. So I never played with thorium. Never played with deuterium. I have no idea how the stuff works, and I don't remember this thing, the red one. Okay, thorium. Okay, that's why I don't remember it. Anyway, this is gonna be a tricky, well, kind of interesting. Not exactly tricky. Well, we'll see. But I want to actually get to deuterium just because I want to experience it. That's kind of the whole point. Oh, look at that. This is awesome. We have full belts of green circuits. Like we're producing green circuits non-stop, and now we shouldn't really have problems there. At least I hope we will not. This part is still pretty slow. Are we maybe like having some problem? So this is working non-stop. Really, it's really surprising. I'm not sure what is causing that, to be honest, but we can have a really simple fix for that. The following. So we could say that this thing will be producing disassembly machines, right? will remove the spot. We have everything. Wow, 375 processing units. It's a lot. Do we even have processing units? Well, surprisingly, somehow, we do have a little bit. And our threshold is 5 stacks. We do have more than 5 stacks. Okay. That's a bit interesting. And one thing that I don't quite like is that we are short on updates per second. We are dropping to like 50. What's causing... Oh, I know what's causing it. It's the power fluctuations. It got to be power. Like, it has to be power. What else could it be? Let's see. What do we have? Entity update is reasonable. Transport lines, whatever. It's all good. Electric network. That's pretty... Like, that's a lot. And... power overload, of course. Yeah. Slightly unfortunate, but it's okay. It is okay. I would want to add something here. I can actually delete it from there. Let's maybe finish drawing this line. I'll do this from the map view. So it's faster here. Okay, good. Okay, we'll do the same. It's a little bit too early to draw a line there. Nice. Copy the spot right there. And copy it here. And you could do the same thing over here. This. And, well, this part is not built yet, but it's okay. It doesn't have to be. Nice. Let's observe this thing. What is happening here? We are... No, we are not full of that. We don't quite have enough space for a little bit of circuits. Is there something, like anything that we could do? I think there is. Delete this spot. Copy this and paste it there. That's got to be it. Now we are getting more rubber. And the rubber is needed in order to produce this stuff, which to be sent over there. Yeah. But now that we lower these thresholds, it should actually work fine. I think we just need, like, ideally, what we'd want. Why is this not working? We don't have model contact. Oh. Oh. Wait. What is happening? I like to copy this thing and I like to paste it. Let's try again. I like to copy it. I like to paste it. Here. Fast inserters are in the way. Header on build here the whole time. Okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's... I'm surprised this happened, because I don't quite understand how that happened. I thought I was doing everything correctly, but I guess no. I guess that's not the case. So now that this is unblocked and is getting sent over here. What is missing? Productivity circuit boards. They're supposed to come from this side. Wait. No. Red circuits. Red chips are coming from that side. They're missing. And productivity circuit boards as well. Alright, these ones. And they require transistors, and transistors don't require anything. We have transistors. Right. This is just wrong. Whatever we did here, it's just wrong. That's the way. Okay. We have some issues with the wheels here, but hopefully it's all solvable. We have lots of charcoal. Can we like somehow extract a bunch of charcoal from there or not? What's... Right, we have 39,000 charcoal. That's a lot. You know what? Let's do the following. Let's say we are taking... Where is it? Here. Active provider chest. And we'll be removing lots of charcoal from here. Let's just do this. Let's just get rid of lots of charcoal. And at some point we'll stop this whole thing. We probably will need it for something. Like, charcoal is pretty useful stuff. We should be able to... I mean, in the worst case, we'll just have robots deliver them, like, all charcoal right here. No. Yes, actually here. And it will be sent out and shared, like, high priority with whoever is consuming charcoal. Okay, now, this bot is still loading everything up, loading everything up. Loading. How much space do we have? Okay, it's not a lot. Not a lot of space. But at the very least, let's see what's happening here. We have all of that. This part is missing basic module board. How is that possible? We are missing basic module board. It's the stuff that we are supposed to take from here. So we are missing inserters actually here. And I guess here. Here. Wait. Oh. It's really sad. So we want this process here as well, right? Or not? Why are we doing this? What do we need here? Right, I think that's the case. What if we take substation? Do we have substations? I think we do. So the problem right now is with like, how exactly do we power all of that? That's the issue that what is it? Substation. I cannot find it. Okay, it's here, this substation. Let's say we'll be using this one, like a better one. If you place it here... Okay. We solve the problem. We'll basically just do it with substations, just like that. And the substations should ensure that we don't actually need these things, these spots, and that's pretty good because this should allow us to... We could actually delete these ones as well. Like, strictly speaking, we don't need to delete them, but I just want, you know, have everything looking nice. But let's just delete all of that. Now, we are actually missing substations. Wow. I didn't realize that, like, that I haven't used them before. Substations, yes, we don't have them. Very interesting. Where is our power? It's right here, right? So we'll be producing this substation and will producing the other one, and this one will not have the limit. So this substation has 300 megawatts power usage. That is pretty good. Okay. Advanced circuits. Are we getting them? Yes, we do have some. This mall is super inefficient. Like compared to the like ModGD mall that I have in my. Oh, okay. I was thinking by the time this episode will be released, which should be like in a couple of days, whether ModGD episode will be released in that whole playthrough, it will be. So you should probably be aware what I'm talking about. But basically, this mall is super inefficient because look at how much resources are just kind of being stored in this chest. And if we ever decide to like move it, let's say like cut and paste it somewhere, it will take forever for the robots to do this. Like this mall is not good. It's super compact, it's super easy to set up, but it's actually such a huge sink of resources. Like we have a lot of good and useful resources like stored right here. So there is there are like trade-offs, I guess, when you are using those, like doing something like this. Okay, let's see. This should have the power in there. We will do the following. We will tell this thing that we actually want to grab stuff from here. No, wait, not like this. We are grabbing stuff from there and we are sending it there. Right? Because we want to get... What do we want? No, we want basically on the board. We want to send it over there. Why is this? Okay, fast I can start, I guess it's okay. Let's copy this, flip it vertically, and do exactly the same thing here. Oh. Okay. I get it now. We need power connection. Let's say it will be done like that. And now that we get that part out, we'll just paste it everywhere. It will be placed by the roboports at some point, and yeah, things will be great. We are at 18,000 of charcoal, and we want to have 12,000. How much space do we have? We have some space for some things, but it's actually not a lot. So what I'd like to do, I'd like to stop loading things in here. I'd like to stop loading things in all actually of this chests, and I like to empty all of them. And once I empty them, then... Oh wait, I was looking at this one. 18. I'm supposed to be looking at the storage chest. So that we're adding up both of the warehouses. We have 37,000 of charcoal in there. That's a lot. That is a lot. Let's connect this part. And we'll see whether this works. This part. Produced everything that we need to have produced. This stuff is producing productive circuit boards. That's great. They're being loaded here. We're only missing advanced circuits. Can we get them? Let's say we'll do it like this. We'll say that our priority is 100. We really, really want those advanced circuits. Can they be sent to us? Not really. But we can help them with like getting sent to us by lowering threshold, let's say like 5. So now lots of them should be sent to the block above. Let's observe. We have, right? Okay. What's happening? Yes, it's going to the modules. Let's switch this back to 50, was it? I believe it was 50. This part can have its priority load. I'm actually thinking about lowering the priority to something negative, like -1. I don't know whether negative priorities work, but I feel that prod modules are the most important. Then the second ones are speed modules and efficiency modules, I'm you know what, I'm not even gonna build them for now. I have the block for this and I started landfilling them, but I'm not gonna be even producing them because I don't have plans for that. And I would prefer if this process... Oh, it got stuck. Why are we not producing green stuff anymore? Or sorry, red stuff anymore? Oh, I see. We are... I see. Let's get there. That's the problem. So, here we are slowly producing this like splinters, crystal splinters. Here the condition is wrong. We want... How do we do that? If we have not enough red or green or blue, we need this thing to keep going. If one of them is not enough, we need it to keep going. And the condition here is, if you have these things more than powder, then we are processing them. Okay, right. So the processing part is not wrong. It's doing the right thing. It processed enough crystals. The problem is that we stopped sending more. Because what should have been happening here is that green and blue should be like being processed, and the other ones should not. So what if we say that if okay, we'll change this. We'll check whether we have one of these things in the quantity less than 1000. If we have one of those less than 1000, at least one, then we want this thing to work. So it's not about everything, it's actually about like if anything less than 1000. The problem is that if it changes to anything, then it like we have this stuff, use million drums, right? That's the problem, and I haven't cleared those. So yeah, okay, this is input. We don't have this connection anymore, but we do have this connection, and we are checking. So we need a signal, say enable, if, so above we have blue. Let's do this. If blue less than 1000, blue, polished. No, this is about cut. This is about cut stuff. This is about green, cut, wait, red. This is about cut green. So now we have the condition, and we want to check if E is greater than 0. If we are told that we got to enable stuff, then we are enabling it. Let's see. We are outputting nothing. I'm using like 1000 as a threshold. It's okay. Okay, this one red, it's basically always on, and this thing I could make it a tiny bit better. We could connect it like that actually. It's this way we can actually read the whole thing, and now we know that only one of them is enabled. The well, one of these three. We don't know exactly which one, so we can need to hover, but look at this. What's happening now? We are... That's not the way I'd like this logic to work. I would like this to... I'd like this to process maybe stuff if we have more than what? So the problem now is that it will kind of continue going up, the quantities. Even though we don't have to let them get this high. Right? So let's say this process will be a little bit different. Let's say we are allowing it to go if we have like at least one less than 200. Right, something like this. 200, or you know... No, 1000. 1000 is good. Let's keep it at 1000. This process though, we want green to be processed if it's more than, not the amount of crystal powder, but if it's higher than the amount of, like than the minimum between the three. How do we calculate the minimum? How do we calculate the minimum? Or we could actually calculate the average. Right, let's do it like this. Let's have... Yes, let's do this. Let's have 3 arithmetic combinators. We'll place them, let's say, right here. 1, 2, 3. And we will take the numbers, we'll divide them by 3, we'll get the average. And what we'll be doing, we'll be processing the part that is lower than the average, or higher than the average. It's kind of like Matsuri train loader station. It's very similar, the approach that I'm taking for that. It's super similar. Yeah, we'll have to wait for this. While all of this is happening, I could actually connect maybe with this. Wires will have a connection like that. We will be sending this signal. I mean, right now it's just E. We'll be sending it right there. Okay. Guess we just... If we add a connection like that, then yeah, we'll see everything that's happening. And E means that input is enabled. This thing will be taken, you know, this splinter. Okay, this splinter is above. This one is red one, and this one is green one. And we'll be dividing that by 3 to get like average amount. That will be open this, well, not as close as this. We will output this as, I guess, average A. No, M. Mean, kind of. Mean. And we need to divide this by 3. Or maybe minus 3. We'll see. We'll check how it's easier to do that. So here is the input. Here is the output. The average, it says, is 6.4. No, I don't believe it. Divided by 3, divided by 3, divided by 3. The average, it says, is 1.3. It honestly seems to be correct. I don't know. Seems to be correct. So the condition here is that if the amount of splinters is greater than average, then will be doing the thing. And actually, now that I think about it, we want to have another constant combinator. What is constant combinator? We need to lower this average amount by, I don't know, like 100 or something, because if all of them are equal, how do we do that? So I want this thing to work only if the amount of crystals is greater than average minus a small amount. So we'll add a constant combinator with like m equal like minus 10 or minus 100. Let's make it minus 100. So that it's kind of a little bit working slightly nicer. Right, let's do this. What's happening now? We have this process working, that's great. They are consuming this like 2 types of crystals. And everything seems to be working correctly now. Right in this part, we got it, we're connecting it, and we're saying m is equal, we said like minus 100. I mean, 100 is actually pretty huge, but it's okay. So we're pretending that the average is a little bit lower to make sure that if all of these splinters have like the exact amount, the exact count, completely equal, then this process still works. So it will still be working. Wait. But then we will get a lot of dust produced. Why are we doing that now, when we have a lot of dust already? Let's try something different. Let's say we'll calculate the average also against the dust. I'm not sure what I'm doing here anymore. I'm like trying different things until I guess it works, but I don't want lots of dust to get accumulated here. I think it's bad. Like right now, we don't actually need dust. Why would we do that? So we want this thing to run only if we actually have shortage of dust. Only if we have shortage of dust. Checking larger than medium. Let's try something. Let's say we'll have this thing here. Have kind of similar, except we'll be looking at this crystal powder and we'll be dividing it by 4. I'm not sure whether that's a good idea or not. I have no idea. Let's say we want to achieve a state when all of this are kind of equal. So this way, we'll actually try to make sure that all these amounts are equal. This part will be working until one of the inputs is until all of them are greater than 1000, right? So we have 3 of this, right? And if we have, like, if the amount of particular crystal is significantly higher, with significantly more than 100 higher than the average of them, including the dust, then it will be converted into dust. Right. And this process, a single conversion process, it doesn't actually affect the average at all. I think this should work. So it will reach like 1000, it will stop there, and it will... Yeah, it will stop there and it will just work. then at some point, once we run out of dust, then the crystals, like the largest crystals with the, well, with the highest volume, will be used up first. Because right now the average is 4,000. Okay, I think we achieved something. I don't know whether it's working correctly or not. We'll see. Oh, look at that! Look at that! What we have here. We got our first ever prod modules 0. First ever prod modules. That is great. It's awesome. That's exactly what we wanted to get. We'll need a lamp, maybe like here. And we could do it like this. And you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to request those. Well, we don't even need to request those, to be honest. The main station. Yeah, we don't have to do that. Where are they? They're right here. Okay, we're getting them. And what is the thing? What is our medium electric pole? We finally have production of prod modules. That is great, and we have lots of them. So now we should be able to place them, I don't know, like somewhere, right? We place them somewhere. Stuff is not balanced yet, but it will be balanced soon. We want to export them while the amount of prod modules 0, this one's, is less than, I don't know, let's go for 10,000. Wait, that's a lot, right? Let's say 1,000. Is 1,000 enough? Or is it too low? And here the threshold, I guess, will be like 5 stacks. 5 stacks is how many? Wait, it's just 500. How about we make it like 2 stacks? Will this be good? 2 stacks is 200. I'm not sure about 2 stacks. Let's say like let's make it 4 stacks. I think this should be better. And here 4 stacks is 400, but we are getting 10 stacks. Wait. Yes, we're getting 10 stacks here, so let's just make it 5 stacks. That's how it's gonna work. The priority here is actually negative, right? We'll check how exactly it works. We need some lamps. What are the lamps? We got to add lamps. Let's see, here to the sides, like that, so that it looks really, really nice. Like that. Okay, now what else can we do? We could, I guess, add some lights here. I mean, just so that it looks a little bit better. Here probably as well. I mean, it's almost like random placement. It is pretty much random. What am I talking about? It's a random light placement. I just want, you know, to have some of them here and there. Right, we have some of them here. Here, let's say like 1, I don't know, 2, 3, maybe 4. Okay, 5, 6. Okay, enough. Enough. We have lots of lights there. We could add a couple of lights maybe over here, just to make it look a bit nicer. And one thing that kind of broke and never fixed are these chests. The thing is, it doesn't, like, it looks like we are not experiencing problems with this part of the base. Oh, right. What's happening with our charcoal? We are exporting lots of it. Yeah, that's not the best thing, not the best solution we have. But now that I look at this, we probably don't even need that, to be honest. Maybe we don't even need to lower the amount of charcoal that much. Let's stop this. It should work fine. Now the main question I have is why did this process stop? Right, it stopped because we were consuming all charcoal. Makes total sense. Makes total sense. So here we have it. Actual prod modules 0. Even though the whole episode we were focusing on what? On like fixing issues, right? How should we call the episode? How should it be called? So, okay, let's recap. What happened in this episode? It was a bit long, so we started by fixing green sockets, and now looks like we are experiencing wooden board shortages, which is a tiny bit surprising, but it's okay. It's okay. We are basically consuming a lot of wooden boards. Right, and they're getting delivered here relatively frequently. So we fixed the green socket production. It's good now, or at least it's better than it used to be. Next thing, we fixed several issues that we had in this build right here. So they were like inserters placed wrong and like minor things, so we fixed that. We noticed that the circuit conditions here were wrong, and that we were not maintaining good amounts of cut crystals in this warehouse. Now we are maintaining like at least 1000 of each type, and we are also trying to keep the amount of dust equal to the amount of crystals that we have. So essentially what it means is, well, it's like equal to an average, but essentially what it means, if we have too many of some crystals, we are processing them. We'll be processing them into dust. So normal state of this should be each crystal has like 1000 things, and the amount of dust is also 1000. Right now it's higher because these processes were running for a little bit longer than I wanted them to. And that's basically it. We didn't really do anything more than that. So we have lots of prod modules now. I am actually considering... So the thing is, do we want to be using these prod modules? Because I'm really interested in the other ones, in the ones that are giving higher productivity, like 6%, prod modules ones. I think let's try to do this. Let's try to get the better ones, like the better ones right here, because I feel like we can. I feel like we can. And another reason is I'm not quite sure how we will be... Can I take them? Oh, I can take them. So I can actually place them somewhere. That's awesome. That means that I don't even need to give them to the logistic robots, I think. I can just manually place them somewhere in some places. I don't know, like green circuit production, for example. What is it? I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about it, what to use it for, but green circuits, they seem to be a good place. Maybe even better would be blue circuits. What is the process? There's a blue circuit process, and I think it's always short on resources, and since it's always short on resources, we might as well like beacon it up. It will be slow, yes, but it would be something. Now that I actually said that, maybe we should have a little bit larger limit. Let's like 5000. Let us go for it. Let's produce lots of these things. Should be very, very useful for us. Okay, that's it. Thanks everyone for watching. This was a little bit long episode, but we got productivity models and we fixed some problems with the base. Hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!